Hey, and welcome. We are two moms, two businesswomen, and two friends just trying to keep all the balls in the air without losing our minds.
From school pickups to potty training, messy kitchens, and major wins, we're bringing you real talk on motherhood, entrepreneurship, and all the things we love in between.
So, whether you're folding laundry, driving to work, or sneaking in some you time,
grab your coffee and join us for laughs, lessons, and a whole lot of chaos.
This is the Mother Overload, where real life meets real talk. We are Desi and Crystal. Let's dive in.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the Mother Overload podcast. I am Crystal here with Desi. Hey, girl.
Hi.
And today we are going to chat about how social media creates unrealistic expectations for mothers. And I thought that a good place to start with this podcast today is with the probably the most obvious thing about social media, and especially with Instagram, and that is the highlight reel culture. How we're always showing, the best of the best, right? Clean homes, smiling kids, aesthetic everything. And while
Like, who
that's
can keep up?
right, it's great, beautiful, love that for you. But also, on the flip side of that, it creates these really almost damaging ideas of what, motherhood should look like because it's messy and kids aren't smiling all the time and there's tantrums and there's all of these different things that go into that. And I think especially for first-time mothers, they're seeing, oh my God, like this is the way it has to be. This is the way it should be. Why the fuck is it crazy for me? Why is my house messy or my laundry's not done or all of these different things when you've literally just created a human, pushed it out, or had 7 layers of skin opened to get this baby out. And now you're thinking, I still have to do all of these things when really your only job is to just take care of that baby.
The
And
clean house thing kills me because that is like something that I struggle with. I live in clutter and an untidy home. I have a cleaning business. So other people's homes can look beautiful, but like mine is not like that at all. And to see online everybody having these beautifully aesthetic homes, like I love that for them. But tell me you have a cleaner. Like tell me that you have somebody in there walking behind your child picking all the things up because I feel like I'm like less than
right.
when you see stuff like that, right?
Right. Or, just that's great that that corner of your room is super clean, but like, why don't we flip the camera to where you just moved all the shit? Because come on,
Yeah. Those
right?
videos now, the type B mom, I love those videos where it's like that's showing much more realistic expectations that we've been waiting for.
Well, totally. And I think honestly, like I am 100% guilty of this. Obviously, I think as a photographer too, I'm like, I can't post this photo, like it's not aesthetically pleasing or it's not quote unquote perfect because I don't want people to think that I'm not taking a good picture. Lighting, the edit on the picture, all of these things like cross my mind. And sometimes I really do just kind of like throw that out the window and I'm like, nope, this is the photo that we got. This is the best. It's Easter, we were together. I want to post these and I'll just do it anyways. But a lot of the times, those things cross my mind. I want to make sure that I'm posting an aesthetic photo because that's my business. That's who I am, right?
Right.
So I get where it comes into play. Like people obviously only want to show the good things. And I think as a society on Instagram, we have gotten a lot better at showing those type B moms or showing the not perfect moments, but I still don't think we do it enough.
It's also not I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but those types of accounts don't get left. Like I feel like when you are that kind of person that's like, I want to be real and I want to show a real side of myself, and like the Birds Papaya 100% is somebody who I followed because of the flaws. They're not even flaws. It's just like in an imperfect world or whatever,
Yeah,
right? And I love her for that. And I feel like when I was doing like my beauty page and whatever, like my highlight was always like, I have scarred skin, I have imperfect, things about me also. And I would try to highlight those things online, never on Instagram, but on TikTok. And there's like a balance of, to me, Instagram was always like you had to look perfect. Everything was perfect, perfect on Instagram. I would Photoshop and,
yeah,
smooth out lines. Whereas on TikTok, it was like, okay, filter off, let's do this.
right. And I think that's interesting too, because like, I mean, Instagram started as a perfect place to show your perfect photos,
Right.
and it really hasn't strayed too far away from that. It's still that, you know, people worry about these perfectly curated feeds. Like you're not even just worrying about one post, you're worrying about how literally everything looks to everyone. And you're right, like the Birds Papaya, she's amazing. Like the way that she talks about motherhood and the the parallels in it with comparison to other people and just like how we're supposed to have these perfect bodies after literally creating life
Mm-hmm.
is so unrealistic. Like, 'cause it's just not. Yeah, there's people out there who quote unquote bounce back and
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but also there's people who don't
Yeah.
ever.
And the people that bounce back, we don't see what work they put in to do that bounce back also, right?
Right, exactly. People are like, oh, 7 weeks postpartum. It's like, cool. Like, are you eating? Did
Yeah.
you have lunch today?
100%, 100%.
Right? Or have you
Really
been
helps with
hitting
your
the
stuff.
gym before you probably should?
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you're so right there.
And that goes along with the pressures of the social media, and not just social media. I mean, some people were just raised with those pressures in their homes, and social media just highlights that now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that, more than ever, we're just forced to have all this mom guilt and perfectionism around, what our lives should look like, even though we're only seeing what people want to show us on these
Mhm.
social media platforms, right?
Yeah.
Even when people are showing things that, might not necessarily be good, like they're showing kind of like the messy aspects or the messy parts of motherhood, but that's still what they want to show,
Oh yeah.
right?
They're not showing the argument they had with their husband 25 minutes before posting this perfect video of their family, and we get it.
Right?
It's
Absolutely.
life.
And I do think like that, like what I said before about us just like realizing these things, like I think we realize like that not everything is true anymore on social media. So I think we've gotten a lot better at that, but that's something you have to learn, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So there's lots of people out there who are seeing these perfect things on social media and believing it to their core,
And
you
now
know?
it's fun as a mother to be raising these children who are those people that are saying, "Oh, mom, I need this $50 setting spray for the makeup that I don't wear because everybody's buying it and everybody has it." And I go, "Yeah, it's clearly sold out because these influencers are doing a great job at selling it." And I'm like, "Bro, there's like a $12 bottle of spray you can use that does the same job. Like, what do you mean $50 on Charlotte Tilbury? Come on now."
I know. Honestly, and like I don't have girls, so I only hear what these 10-year-olds, these 12-year-olds are asking for their birthdays. And I'm like, I didn't even know what that was
Yeah.
at that age. It's crazy. Like the amount of like makeup and just, I mean, you're right. These influencers are doing a kick-ass job. Kudos to them.
Yep.
Because they really are just killing it. But at the same point, like these young girls are being subjected to Oh, this is a topic for another day, but things that are just like destroying their hormones and like wreaking havoc on their bodies from these social media things that they think they absolutely need because everybody else has it.
Yeah, we've definitely introduced the Yuka app at a young age so that I can deter any major, but even a lot of the things that I was using before, like I just didn't know any better either, right? So
Right.
we love the Yuka app, and that is something that we
Yeah.
go into Sephora, we look at the things. I don't buy them anything from Sephora. It's usually gift cards that they've received from grandparents, or hey, I saved up my money and I've been looking at this for a while and I want it. And that's me saying this is a lesson. Like if you want to buy the $80 serum, moisturizing serum that, you saved all your money for, that's $80 that could have went into a full day out or a meal or two or three or a week's groceries, or there's just so many other things that I'm trying to, this is a financial literacy thing though with my kids. They just
Yeah.
see money and fun, and I kind of want them to an extent because they're young and not worrying about the stuff, but
Yeah, of course.
also you guys want so many things that
Right.
cost money. So,
I know. It's so true.
yeah.
So, what do you think are like some tips maybe for like a healthier relationship with social media? Like, what do you think?
Like from a adult perspective or with
Yeah,
kids.
like not really leaning into too much of the kids, but as like a mom, maybe a brand new mom who needs to
Yeah.
set
I was
some
gonna say, so
boundaries.
from my perspective for myself, I don't know that I have a healthy relationship with social media even to this day. Like I feel like I'm still learning. Like I doom scroll sometimes, not doom scroll, but I scroll. And I try to make sure that my accounts are accounts that I want to aspire to be, instead of just following accounts because I'm supporting a friend, or following accounts because it's, oh, they made a post once that was kind of cool, right? Because it sometimes will turn into a toxic account that you're just not realizing is detrimental to your mindset. And definitely for new moms, I feel like, just, I don't, it's hard to say because a lot of the times you just don't know. You're just looking at these new mom accounts and you're thinking like, oh, okay, I'm going to follow because I need to know what kind of things I need to buy for my kids. And this person has 8,000 Amazon lists for new moms. And that was like literally me. I watched YouTube all the time and looked at all the things that I didn't need. So I
Right.
think just being cautious of what types of content you're absorbing.
Right. Yeah, I think so too, because I mean, when I first had my son, like I knew everything about like birth and what I wanted that to look like and my expectations for that. But once I had him, I was like, "Oh my God, like I need to learn how to breastfeed." And I didn't really have the support to do that. And I literally learned how to latch, how to do all the things from Instagram. So there are great people
Mm-hmm.
out there sharing amazing things that are very helpful, but I'm with you on thinking that like I don't really have a great relationship with social media. I think that unfortunately a lot of our generation is that way. I think because, we were the first ones to kind of
Guinea pigs. Yeah.
to have all this stuff, right? And I think now we're starting to see those effects. Um, of those unhealthy relationships, but also like how do you break them is the hardest part. And setting boundaries, like I set limits on my phone. Do I ignore them sometimes? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm like 5 minutes, no, give me the rest of the day. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But it does make you think when you're like, holy shit, I've already hit X amount of time. Like, the fuck have I been doing? What have I been looking at? Um, so it's definitely a big eye opener when you set those timers in your phone. Bless that is there.
I think the
But
biggest realization was like scrolling TikTok for hours, like over COVID time. And then lovely of them to put that one video after like 4 hours of scrolling, like, it's time to go to bed. Put your phone down. You've been scrolling for hours. And I was like, it was like a shock factor when you get to that point. You're like, there's no way I've been, oh yeah, it's 2 a.m. I better shut down
Yeah.
and go to sleep.
Yeah. There's no way I've been on here for the okay. Yep,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
yes. I know. It's crazy. Um, and then to your point as well of like who you follow and like who you actually engage with. And like when I look at my social media, like there I follow so many people, but none of them show up. I have like the same people that show up on my feed all the time,
Those are
right?
your likes though. Those are usually like who you interact with. And
Exactly.
I just went through one of my business accounts because I have maxed out my Instagram accounts. I have 8 accounts because I take care of other people's accounts and stuff like that too. But I just went through one of my business accounts and unfollowed like my least interacted with accounts that don't follow me, and it's
Yeah.
business. So you kind of want the people that
Right.
follow you back. And it's usually people follow you so that you follow them back, and then they go and they unfollow you. It's like a whole fucking like downward spiral when it comes to
It is.
business and social media. Um, one thing I wanted to ask you was like, what social media apps do you currently use, and what is like your most used out of them all?
Instagram for sure. Like, do you mean
Mm,
like platform?
yeah.
Yeah. Instagram for sure. I'm not a big TikToker. I never really have been. I do have a TikTok account. I do get in there sometimes, like for example, the flooding that's happening right now in Texas.
Texas, yeah.
I kind of got into that a little bit because that's just it's devastating, but I think TikTok does a lot better job of like sharing that news and that kind of stuff. So
That's the only place that I go for my news now because I don't really pay attention to media in that
right.
aspect. But
Yeah,
when I do want to know what's going on, I check TikTok because it's the only place that you're allowed to actually see it
you can
online.
actually see it.
And I will not watch like the actual news. So
Right, same. So yeah, so I do use TikTok sometimes, or like, when friends send me a
mm,
TikTok. One of my girlfriends doesn't have Instagram, so she's always sending me TikTok. So I'll head over there and watch it and whatever. But Instagram is definitely like where I spend most of my time,
yeah.
not only for uh like the scrolling social aspect, but also for like posting. That's where I post most of the time, especially for my business. So
Well, and with using Instagram as often as you do, at what age do you think is appropriate for kids to have an Instagram account?
oh my God, never. Um, honestly, it's so hard to say because it's just,
The
I
legal
don't
age
know.
is 13, by the way. The age that you can set up for
Oh,
an account is 13.
okay. I
Mm-hmm.
think it should probably be older than that. I think
Mm-hmm.
honestly, it should be a little bit into high school. I just think about like when I was 14 and like the stuff I would probably post if, we had this.
I think you should follow my son and see the kind of things that they post at 13.
Right? Like I just and I think also it comes down to the parents. Are
Yeah.
you paying attention? Are
Mm-hmm.
you seeing what's being posted? Do you have access to the account? All of those things really do come into play because if
100%. Yep.
you aren't paying attention to what's going on, then I think that's a red flag for, age and just kids don't like they just don't think. And once something's on the internet, it's there forever. Like I
Mm-hmm.
can't even imagine,
Oh God.
right? If we had that access at that age. And I was always fearful with my younger sister because I just feel like she was the baby and maybe I just thought she was more naive. Maybe she really wasn't, but because she was the baby. So it's always like kind of like protective in that sense. Like, if you do something stupid and it ends up on the internet, like it's literally there forever. Like, let's, try and remember that just because I think of the things that could have potentially been on the internet when I was that age.
Oh yeah.
And would I want that now? Absolutely not.
I don't even like
So,
looking at my Facebook memories when they pop up from 15 years ago. Like cringe.
right? Like we used to go out to the bar and then post every single photo from the evening
Yeah, from our digital cameras
without
uploaded.
edits. Okay.
Yeah.
Without edits. They were just trash. So I think just really the age really comes down to obviously the parents and just if they're ready because every kid is going to be different, right?
Yeah.
You know, some kids are just they're wanting to get on there because they want to make money. They want to start a cooking Instagram or whatever, right? So like
Oh God.
there's
Yeah.
there's different things um that play into it that you really have to be comfortable with. But I think parent participation is like super, super important.
Yeah, I think every week my kids have a new YouTube channel idea. My middle child constantly is like, please, can I just have a YouTube channel? Please, I just want to do the dance, like the little, she follows other kids that do the dances, right? So she's like, I just want to like be able to do the dances and post them. Or like, I'm like, you can just do the dances and not post them. I don't know. But
Okay.
also, I had a dance account for like 3 years. So who am I to judge?
Right.
And
Right.
then, so my oldest is going to be 14 this month. He just recently got an Instagram account. And I think it was because I was constantly like, it's like the mother son video. So I would constantly copy link and send it to his phone. I'd be like, oh my God, this is you, and send it to him. And then he's like, oh, I can't view it, or like it's not working, or whatever the case is. And I was like, oh my gosh, you may as well just like have an account so that you can see the things. And he doesn't really, I mean, if you've seen the unread messages on this kid's phone, I don't think he really even uses these accounts, but they're there for when I want to send him videos. And he's gotten into posting these reels, and they're like the most innocent, like sweetest things, because it'll be like, my mom makes roti, like we're West Indian, so my mom makes roti, and he's been trying to learn how to make it. So it was like one day at home making roti, but it's just pictures of the pan, videos of the pan, nothing
Right.
else. And then like make pancakes. The other day we got a slushie, and he's like eating the slushie in the car, but making a video about the slushie. I hope
I
he
love
keeps his innocence forever.
right.
But as soon as I saw the video, I was like, oh God. I messaged him like, can you please always ask me before you post? Let me see the video before you post it, and take that one down at the ASAP. And he was like, oh, sorry, no problem. Took it off right away. And I was like, there's like crumbs around the cup holder that he like took a picture of my car, which is a freaking mess right now. And there's crumbs around the cup holder. And all I can see when I see his video, he's got like 4 followers, but he's it's these crumbs. And I was like, I kind of died a little bit inside, and I was like, okay, just remove it. And then I was like, oh, here, I took a screen recording. You can just zoom in on the slushy and
Right.
repost it if you want, but like, let me just give me the heads up. Let me look at it before you post it, because oh,
The millennial in you died a little bit
a
because
little bit.
you
Yeah.
are a highlight reel girly. We
Highlight
should
reels.
make that like a trending thing. Like we have a highlight reel problem, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you just want to make sure that, you know, you're not going to be judged
Right.
for something as silly as crumbs in the back of the car, which
Yeah.
literally every mom has because it's
Yeah.
impossible
To
when you
keep
have
it clean.
children
Oh God. Yes. And then
unless they
my,
are not eating food.
right, which, and a whole nother problem.
Right.
And then my middle child, so she is 12 this year, and I've allowed her to have Snapchat. But again, like Snapchat is probably one of the worst apps, yes, if it's being used the way that it was intended to be used, which is for photos to be sent and then erased immediately.
Yeah.
But we save their generation of the whatever, these kids, they save every comment, every message, every photo that you send in Snapchat. They save the chat. So I'm like, okay, I can literally see what she's doing at all times. There's so many rules that are in place with these kids having anything. I mean, my 7-year-old is not on anything other than like watches YouTube. But
Right.
again, there's like, I think that the most important thing is just to have those rules in place and the trust. And if they break that trust, then they lose the things. Like they don't get access to things if they can't prove that they're trustworthy to use them. Like my son has Instagram, and then I was like, "Oh, you made a Facebook account?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, there's a whole Facebook account with your name, which your name is very rare, like how it's spelled and everything." I'm like, "It's a very rare spelling, so like it's definitely you. There's no picture. Like, what do you mean?" And I guess he thinks that Instagram, like it's a meta account. So maybe Instagram created a Facebook account. He had no idea about it. So I'm like,
Right.
and then I'm like naive old lady over here being like, is that true? Does that happen?
I
But
think
he's
it
like,
might.
I don't have any interest in using Facebook, so why would I make a Facebook account? And I was like, yeah,
Right.
okay, whatever. I don't really care that much. If you have Instagram, Facebook is no worse. Like,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Probably better, to be
yeah.
honest.
And his algorithm is probably all like gaming and kittens anyways, so I hope.
That's so, so true. Yeah, I think creating that healthy relationship with social media is very important for us, this generation who doesn't necessarily have those healthy relationships, to really teach that to our kids. So even like encouraging maybe like a digital detox or, time away from your phone. So like, hey, like Sundays, we don't use our phone. We spend time as a family or whatever that looks like for your specific family. But trying to create these boundaries is so, so hard. It's even hard for me. So I can't even imagine having to like parent that to my children.
Yeah, we have no like our rule is no screens during the week, right? Like they kind of earn them on the weekends by doing chores and stuff like that anyways.
Yeah,
But the oldest one now that he has a phone, I feel like because it's pocket sized, it's always, oh, here, let me just check my game really quickly. And like it's hard that way because with iPads and stuff, you're like, okay, iPads away, or like you can just take them, put them away. With the phone, I
right.
feel like we can definitely do that. Like there's no excuse for me not doing it, but I think it's just I'm allowing him to have that leniency with the phone a little bit to kind of like test the waters and see,
Yeah,
you know, if he's the least likely to be horrible with it. Let's see what we get to into here, right? Like
yeah,
he's my guinea pig, I guess, because he's my firstborn. Like it's just
right.
everything's a test.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's just let's see how it goes.
Yeah. So for you, what do you find are the most common types of accounts that you follow?
Oh my gosh. A lot of mom accounts, obviously. But like I don't follow a lot of actually, I guess that would be my answer. I probably follow just a lot of moms who are kind of in that same space of life as I am. Because again, you need your tribe. You need people going through the same things that you're going, being in that toddler phase of life. I do try and follow people who are real. I don't really follow a whole lot of like celebrities. It's mainly just like obviously some people are famous or I just know them from something. But like I don't follow a lot of like fashion accounts. I don't follow a lot of like makeup stuff because I'm just that's not really a vibe for me. And then obviously I follow everyone I know. If I
Yes.
know you, I probably follow you
Right.
unless you're super annoying. And then even still, I probably follow and I just mute. Sorry. The truth is out. I'm being real. Yeah, I mute a lot of people
I don't
for
think
sure.
they'll ever know.
No, they won't.
I have so many people muted because I
Yeah,
feel like it's such a whole fucking drama to just be
yeah,
like, oh, unfollow you. It's just easier for
exactly.
me
And
to
you never
go,
want to make
I don't want to see your
somebody
stuff.
feel bad because
Right.
you don't enjoy their content or don't, want to see their stuff. So,
And
like, it's
100% I'm muted too. Like I
oh,
for sure have been muted
100%.
a bunch of times.
I
But
can probably not count on my finger how many people have muted this girl. So don't even worry about it. Oh my God. Yeah, I've definitely been muted a bunch.
this is our toxic culture in social media.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So there's the highlight reel culture and then there's the toxic culture for sure.
Yeah.
But what about you? Who like are you following the most?
Oh gosh. So because I have so many accounts, I kind of like pick and choose which account I want to use for different things.
Oh, I absolutely do that too. On my photography,
Yeah.
it's like a whole different vibe.
More photographers and different
Yeah.
kind of creative stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
More business or women in business, that kind of stuff. Like that.
yeah.
And even still, like I'll be scrolling my one and I'm like, oh my God, I really need to follow this person. And I'm like,
Go
oh
for
wait,
it.
I want to follow them on this account. So I'll like
Yeah.
send it to my other accounts that I can literally
Same.
follow. Yeah.
Yeah, same, same. So I have like my healing space, and they're all like my spiritual accounts on that side. And
You
then I
just
have
be
like,
nice and zen when you're there.
right. And it literally feels that way. It feels like I'm entering the Zen space when I go into that account,
I love that.
right?
That's so good.
Different energy for different accounts. And then the clothing business is more local small businesses or like markets. Not that I've ever done a market or have any desire to do one, but that kind of side of it. And any of my friends that have businesses, right? Like anybody, any business that I've ever been around or supported or whatever, it's on there. Um, and then I have two accounts that I always used to go between, which is my mom account, which is my private account that I post my kids on. And it's all like family stuff. And then I had my what I call my Desi account, which was like my dance account, and the one that I use for like sometimes I'll receive products in the mail to try, like it's like sample products to try, and you have to do like a review, a real review online. I needed a public account for that, so I have that one that I use it for. On my Desi account, I follow a lot of girls that I danced with. I follow a lot more like, that would be like the influencer account. So if I want to like follow makeup people or influencers, people that I have people that actually when I first started on TikTok that I'd followed and followed me back, and they have like millions of followers now, and I never got to that point. But those are my friends on Instagram. And
That's
then
perfect.
my mom account, I feel like I just go through, I like hyper focus on things. So in one part of my life, it was like crocheting, and it was like all the crochet accounts I would follow. And then I got into makeup and I stopped following the crochet accounts and I started following makeup accounts and delete all them. And right now, I've noticed that I'm following a lot more like healthier accounts. I feel like people that give advice on, like, I just started following a running account. I've never really ran, I've never been a runner, but like the RUNNA, the Runna app, that
Yeah.
just kept coming up. And I was like, this is like a motivation that I need in my life right now. Um, that and like Starbucks accounts that give you like lower calorie or lower carb options,
Yeah.
because that is my downfall.
That is the jam. Yeah, I love that. I think like we all go through phases too. Like there's a lot of like I do follow a lot of like fitness accounts and stuff like that. But then like I also went through my sourdough era.
Oh,
Still love
love.
it, still
Yeah.
doing it. So I definitely have a lot of that popping up. But yeah, it's I really don't unfollow a lot. I just kind of continue adding to the chaos. But
Mhm.
let's do some rapid fire questions.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Um, on a scale from 1 to 10, how clean is your kitchen right now?
6. No, 4.
Yeah,
4.
I'll
Dishes
say.
are dirty and clean.
Yeah, same. I will say 4 as well. What's your too tired to parent go-to dinner?
Oh gosh, I still have to make dinner. Okay, so fast food. So like pizza
Yeah, pizza.
and whatever my son's making for dinner.
Same. Absolutely. I'm with you there. Pizza for sure. When was the last time you actually printed a photo instead of just posting it?
Does for a school project work?
No.
No. So honestly, I made one of those little cute little books before, just after I had my youngster, probably like 5, 6 years ago.
Oh my God. Friends, I'm cringing as a photographer. Print your photos, please. Are your kids dressed like Gap models today, or are they feral gremlins?
Uh
Guess you don't
I'd
even
say
relate.
I'd say 1.5 out of 3, because
Oh,
the middle child is always preppy, and the other one is probably in his pajamas making it an outfit, and the little one is her outfits make me worry about my future with her, but yeah, that's where we're
okay.
at.
Do you take your phone into the bathroom just to scroll in peace?
Yeah, that's where I get my best work done.
I love it.
No shame.
I don't actually take my phone into the bathroom very often. I just scroll. I'm a bedtime scroller
Mm.
for sure. Like I am like, holy shit, okay, it's late. I gotta shut this down, shut this off. Have you ever staged a candid photo of your kids for the gram?
No. I mean, no, no. I don't think so. Not for the gram.
It's hard because you don't really post
Yeah. Not
kids.
publicly for them. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I'm guilty of that because like candid photos are still post photos, and I hate like when people are like, "I just want candid photos," and I'm like, "That's cute, but we're gonna make it look candid. How about that?" So what's something other moms do that secretly makes you feel like a hot mess?
When they literally do their hair and dress nice every single day, like at the school drop off when I see the mums and they look so good,
I
I'm
literally
like,
could have answered this for you because I feel like I know that that will be my thing because like I take him to daycare and I'm just like I look like I just like rolled out of bed and I'm just like, "Oh my God, like when he starts going to school, like I'm gonna have to like look like an adult when I drop him off or at least like a human." But
I
I
just
don't
try to make sure
know
that
about
I'm
that.
dressed. I try to make sure that
Oh,
like
there you go. Pants
I'm
on.
like dressed, and if I can brush my teeth and my hair before I walk out the door, that's a win, and
Yeah,
sunglasses.
absolutely. I love it. And sunglasses. I love it. Have you ever bought a parenting book and never read it?
I don't know that I've bought parenting books. No. More
Okay.
more like reparenting myself books.
There you go. Have you not read them though?
No, no, I always read those. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I definitely got given the what to expect when you're expecting,
Mhm.
and it's still sitting over there. So never even opened it. If Instagram disappeared tomorrow, what would you miss the most and what would you miss the least?
The least is hmm, I don't know if I'd miss I mean I would miss the most just like having that connection with people that I don't see all the time. Like um yeah. I don't want to get too into it on here, but I feel like yeah, there's people that I don't get to see in my day-to-day life that I would miss because I only see them on Instagram.
Right. Yeah, I think I would agree too. I think I would miss that connection and obviously I would just miss like seeing everybody else's lives. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think I love that about Instagram. I love seeing like when my friends pop up and stuff like that. So, um yes, I think that's what I'd miss the most. What I'd miss the least is the like the time that I
We'll
spent
never get
on it. Like I would get my life, I would get so much done. It's unbelievable. Like I'll literally sit down to edit and I have to actually put my phone in like another room
mm,
sometimes because I find
that's
myself
smart.
just like I'll pick it up and I'll look at it and then I'm like what the like I'm trying to do this. Why do I need to have this in my hand? But it's just it is what it is.
We only get a few good focus days, I feel like, throughout our cycle that where you're like
Absolutely.
really down to work.
Yeah. Um, okay. What's one thing you wish more moms would say online?
Welcome to the shit show. No, yeah, just like being legit upfront and real about the shit. I mean, but then again, there's some moms that just like go to a Facebook, local Facebook group and parents complaining and complaining and complaining. I can't handle that. People
Yeah.
complaining about their kids, like comp kids or whatever. Like I can't. It breaks my heart because it's you, like you're parenting the child, and if you're sitting there complaining about your kid all the time, maybe you need to do some work on yourself.
Yeah, I think so too. Um, yeah, what's one thing you wish more moms would say online? I think I agree with you. Just like life's not perfect. Things aren't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So, just being more real. And
Like, how can
then
I work on myself more to be better for them or whatever? Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Okay, and then finally, if your motherhood had a theme song today, what would it be? Welcome to the
Yeah.
jungle.
I feel like we've been watching Squid Games. My oldest and me have been watching Squid Games, his choice. But I just hear that sound in my head all day now.
Okay.
I wanted to ask, what's the last thing that you posted about your kids? Like, what's the last thing that you posted
Oh my
about
God,
him?
I literally have to look. What is the last thing I posted? Oh, we went paddleboarding. We went out on the paddle boards. My son did so amazing.
Oh, that's
He,
so cool.
I thought he was going to be a little bit nervous about it when we hit the waves and stuff, but he absolutely loved it. It was such a great day and so much fun. And it was just really nice to be able to connect in something that I love as well and share that love with him. So that was our last post. And yeah,
Water baby.
water baby. He is. He absolutely is. So
Awesome. I love that.
yeah.
I think mine was like a birthday post for my other child, not my child, but my daughter's best friend.
Oh, I love
And she
that.
was in it. So yeah.
So fun. So fun. Okay, this was great.
Yeah.
Our time goes by so fast. It's crazy.
Always. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening and stay tuned for the next episode.
Yay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Mother Overload podcast. This is a real talk space where two moms come together to unpack the beautiful chaos of motherhood. We're not experts. We're in it with you. This is a space for overwhelmed, overcaffeinated, heart wide open moms who need to know they're not alone.